Okay, today I want to thank everybody for being here. My first speech in my communications class. Today I'd like to talk to you about something that researchers believe is the wonder pill of the decade. What is that? Vitamin D. What is vitamin D? Vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin, which means when it's ingested, it's absorbed in the body's fat, and it's stored until the body needs it, and then when what's not being used, whatever's excess, is stored in the body. What are the main functions of vitamin D? There are several functions of vitamin D. It helps absorb calcium in the body, which is good for the bones, for your teeth, etc. It also serves as it maintains levels of calcium and phosphorus in the bloodstream. Another function of vitamin D is that it acts as a steroid hormone, which goes directly to the cell, to the core of the cell. Now, our body is made up totally of cells, so this vitamin going to the core of the cell is what keeps our cells healthy. And with healthy cells, there's less chance of malignancy. What are sources for vitamin D? There are several sources. Actually, there's 3 sources for vitamin D. The main source, and always the most important source, is the sun. From the sun, we get ultraviolet B rays that's absorbed through the skin, and it penetrates through the inner layers of the skin, and it produces the vitamin D. Now, technically, we all wear clothes, and we're fully clothed, that we're not getting enough vitamin D from the sun. Scientists say that most white-skinned people can be out in the sun for 12 minutes. 12 minutes in midday, out in the sun, bare legs and bare arms, and they could ingest 3,000 IU of vitamin D just from being outside. That's white-skinned people. African-American people would have to be out in the sun 10 times longer to get the same effect of vitamin D from the sun. Why? Because our skins are darker, and it takes longer for the sun to absorb into the skin. Older people, same here, they would have to be out in the sun 4 times longer to get the same effect from the sun. The best source of vitamin D is from the sun. Another source of vitamin D is from our food. Now, there's certain foods we can eat: fatty fish, salmon, egg yolk, liver, other supplements, fortified milk, fortified dairy products, all rich with vitamin D. Then there's the supplement, the vitamin pill itself, the vitamin D pill itself. Now, my research that I did was from a book called The Vitamin D Revolution, and the doctor that wrote it was Dr. Saran Pauser. He believes that the food itself is not enough vitamin D nutrients. He says that everyone should be taking at least 1,000 to 2,000 IUs of vitamin D daily. Now, scientists or research suggests that people aged 19 to 50 should take 200 IUs of vitamin D. 51 to 70 should take 400 IUs of vitamin D. And 70 plus 600 IUs of vitamin D. Now, Dr. Pauser says that is definitely not enough vitamin D to be taken to do what it needs to do. He suggests like I said, anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 IUs of vitamin D daily. And that will, because it has a lot of effects for the vitamin D. And he says that those small amounts that the doctors tell you to take is equivalent to what's in a regular vitamin pill. So he suggests 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams or IUs of vitamin D daily. And they're at safe levels because some people believe that too much vitamin D is toxic, which is true, which is happening, which they've known through the years in experiment with vitamin D. But, as I said, Dr. Kauser says that these amounts are not toxic and everyone should be taking those amounts. So now we have a good idea of what vitamin D is good for. Now let's talk about its deficiencies. What happens to the body when there's not enough vitamin D in the body? Vitamin D deficiency has been linked to many health problems in children and adults. In children, if the proper amount of vitamin D is not ingested from even before birth, children can end up having stunted growth, weakened bones, type 1 diabetes, etc. Abnormalities, all of these are associated with vitamin D deficiency in children. There are many health problems associated with vitamin D deficiency in adults. There's many forms of cancer. There's approximately 12 forms of cancer that's associated with vitamin D deficiency. The cancer of breast cancer, prostate cancer, pancreatic cancer, all of these cancers are associated with vitamin D deficiency. As I said before, because vitamin D helps the cells, helps renew and promote healthy cells, there's less chance for the cells to be malignant. That's why it's been said that vitamin D deficiency is why people have cancer. Another problem associated with vitamin D deficiency is high blood pressure and cardiovascular disease. The immune system abnormalities, infections is all associated with vitamin D deficiency. Disorders like multiple sclerosis, rheumatoid arthritis, all of these things are associated with vitamin D deficiency. This is why researchers today have spent so much time researching about vitamin D, because now, like I said, within the past 10 years, they realized that vitamin D deficiency is the cause of many lives being lost and diseases that we have a control over, that we can take care of ourselves with just vitamin D. Unfortunately, doctors won't tell you that vitamin D is all you need in your supplement. The doctors tend to side with the pharmaceutical companies and rather give you pills and medicine to deal with whatever your disease or whatever your ill health issues are. But as I said, Dr. Kauser, in his research, he suggests the proper amount of vitamin D can ward off all of these issues. And he said these things can be reversed with the proper amount of vitamin D being ingested. So I agree with Dr. Townsend, and I also believe that vitamin D is truly a miracle pill.